Yo, woo! What's going on, y'all? It's your boy, the Infinite Zeal, and I'm here to bring you the absolute best Ranger guide. But before we get into that, remember to like, comment, subscribe, and hit the post notification bell for more Dnf Duel and other gaming content. Now that people are more familiar with the game, I'm not going to do a normals breakdown or anything like that. However, if that's also something that you would like, I'll upload shorts on my channel for you to save into a playlist or something for reference. Let me know in the comments. What I want to do is more into a game plan strategy and then a little bit of bread and butter as in confirms and neutral, as well as some nuanced things I'm thinking about while I play. In my opinion, the most important thing that Ranger needs to establish every game is guard break pressure and grenade pressure, staying just out of the opponent's farthest range attacks or most used attacks to frustrate them into pressing too hard or making mistakes. So I came up with 3 rules that are, in my opinion, the most important to focus on every game, regardless of the opposition. So, rule number 1, only set up a grenade after a knockdown or air recovery. This is a great rule to abide by while you learn the opponent's tendencies, as a grenade throw is punishable on landing. Just randomly throwing it in neutral is a bad idea without any info. They need to fear the grenade before they respect it. Rule number 2, don't allow the opponent to move freely or repeat an attack over and over. Throwing someone off their game makes it easy for Ranger to set up the zoning mind game. If the opponent is jump happy, then find out what range they jump from most often and punish it. Because this game has easy inputs, it allows for more reaction time. To be a great Ranger, you must be consistent at shutting down free movement. Jumping at full screen or running straight at you or trying to roll to avoid bullet zoning are easily punishable, and the opponent can be conditioned into any 3 of these responses. Don't let them get away with BS for free. Rule number 3, build guard break at all times. There's a reason Ranger has some of the highest guard break damage per normal in the game. He may have the quickest guard break setup as well. If the opponent is blocking and you don't have a grenade on the floor, your sole objective should be to lower their guard gauge, not trying to open them up. There's a reason he has no high-low mix-up and only guard or throw mix-up. The reason for this is because that is how Ranger opens you up. As guard break pressure builds, the opponent is forced to make a decision to waste meter or full send offense, which usually leads them into a poor situation. Initially, I thought his lack of mix-up was his downfall, but then I realized that he can pressure from relatively safe distances and can react to most defensive responses with the right read or reactions. Here are some of the combos that I found while labbing Ranger. I'll have confirms and other grenade juggle confirms and some setups, so on and so forth. Here's just where I'm compiling a bunch of my findings. I'll go over them while they play in the background, and I'll leave timestamps for you to come back and review whenever you like. So here is just the most optimal light confirm that I found. Generally, you're going to want to bring them straight to the corner. So this is probably the best way to do that and getting the most damage out of it. Now I know I didn't do like the Scud Genocide or anything, but it's probably better for you to set this up just to build up guard break pressure initially and not really waste too much meter since you're still at 100. And one last note, make sure that when you do the air raid kick, the last kick, that you're mashing grenade. The reason you want to do this is because the higher up that you get the grenade off, the closer you'll be to the opponent. It'll give you more frame advantage. The later that you do it, it'll actually put you farther away and probably make you more negative. So here is the confirm when you're too close. A lot of the times, I know we all end up here where we're on the other side of the person when we slide. The way to get this windmill to autocorrect is to actually hold forward, delay a little bit, and wait for them to start coming down, and just get the one hit of the windmill into air raid, and it'll always correct on the right side. Plus, you gotta admit it's kind of stylish, bruh. But in all seriousness, this usually happens when you're really close to the person when you're confirming that light. So anytime you see yourself a little bit too close for a Death Hawk, just try to stick to doing the windmill correction trick. So here are the windmill loops. And just a few examples, some variations of stuff. But the key to doing windmill loops is to not be so quick to cancel windmill from the mock knee. It's actually, you want to delay it just a little bit to let that person fall down so that you can get the delayed air raid. It'll keep them lower to the ground. So just keep that in mind. Like I said, here's a couple variations. I'll let it play one more time, but once you get good at these, you'll be pretty solid at getting anybody to the corner. Here's the B opener variation. This is going to be your go-to bread and butter. It's probably the most optimized for me. I love it because of the ease of use. I don't like doing the stand kick because if I don't hit the slide properly, I can't make up for it. I'll just miss. But instead, I go straight into windmill. A, because you can time the air raid always at the top of it. It's much easier to do so. And it leaves you less likely to mess up in that combo. So this is the one that I go with. Here's a little style variation to that same combo. A lot of people don't know that when you hit the air raid, they fall all the way down on here. So you get a cool little combo like this into free Death Hawk pressure. Alright, so these combos are counter hit mock knee combos. So once you get the initial mock knee hit, you're able to combo into a few different variations. One's back into mock knee itself, and the other two are into 2A combo starters. So try these out. Work on getting your counter hit confirms down because they do lead into a lot of damage. Here are the throw grenade loop combos. A lot of them will drop if you do slide or anything else, so I would rather just go back into it. But if you ever need to convert into damage, just use Scud Genocide and then go right back into the grenade loops. So to kind of close out the rest of this guide, here's some cool things. This is a cross-up deadly approach setup. So after you use the triple tap hammer, on the second hit, if you activate deadly approach, it'll be a cross-up, and it'll actually give you crumple into full damage. So utilize that to kind of do like a guard button check. These last few scenes are kind of a proof of concept. I've been working on a left-right mix-up from this, and so you can see as they land, I'm either on the left side or the right side, and depending on when you cancel deadly approach and from the hammer, will decide like how they're mixed up. Sometimes you'll get like I'm right above them if you do it on the third hit, and the bomb will hit on the left side of them. If you do it on the second hit, it'll do this weird where it'll hit them the first time and then you're right above them. And depending on which hit, it mixes them up in a different way. So this is a really cool way for you guys to kind of interact with me and see what we can come up with this specific setup. Still working on the timing, but I really like where this is at. I like the ability to kind of set up for free without the other person really knowing, you know, what exactly you're doing. I also realized that when you do the windmill on the left or right side, because you're so low to the ground, by the time that they see you, you're already doing the move. So this is a pretty cool idea for us to kind of work together, collaborate on, and try to figure out what we can do with this. Again, thank you so much for watching. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and hit the post notification bell. This took a little bit of work, but I really like sharing this type of information. I really like this game, and I'm glad you guys enjoy it too. Remember, work on your mental health, but most of all, have fun. Enjoy yourself while you're playing this. The better you get, the less rage we have to all endure, you know? I've got more tech and stuff coming up. I'm just going to post them as shorts so you guys can kind of file those as you will. Again, thank you so much for joining me, and I hope to see you again.